every single person has their own, energy. Every single person has their own vibration. They have their own oscillation. They have their own frequency. All these things are really interconnected. And what that means is that everything in the world is made up of stuff, right? It's made up of this energy stuff. So, and the objects are actually moving at a particular rate, and that rate is generally referred to as a frequency, or it's an oscillation. So things like this cup, right? This cup is a physical object, but if you really magnify it and really go in and you look at the atomic structure of the cup, then you really go even deeper than that, then what you actually find is that the cup is not actually made up of physical stuff. It's actually just energy vibrating at a very particular format. So each of us individually have that. If we look at our emotional state, our vibration and our energy changes based on the emotional state. So if you think about someone who's in a rage situation, that person's energy is moving very, very fast. It's very intense. And that's very different from someone who's in the state of boredom, for example, or if they're in a state of apathy, where their energy is a lot more mellow. And that's very different from someone who's very excited, or someone who's in a space of joy, happiness, and appreciation, because that stuff is it actually is you as a person, as a being, are actually physically shifting like this, but at a speed that you cannot see with your physical eyes, which is why things have the illusion of looking physical, but in actual fact they're really just frequencies that our five senses, our eyes, our ears, what we smell, the taste, how we feel, all those things, they're almost like the interpreters. As the data comes into our experience, and as the data comes into our equipment, our mind registers that and then interprets that and creates a picture, or creates an experience, and that experience is actually within our mind. But our mind is actually constructing that experience based off the data and the indicators that it's getting from our five physical senses. So that's why they talk about your perception is almost like your reality, because what your reality is, you're actually experiencing. It's what your mind is actually constructing out of the information that it is being given to you by your external stimulus. So as your mind begins to construct that stuff, that is actually what you experience.